This presentation of Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all your life's milestones. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Welcome to Seymour Smith Park in Omaha, Nebraska. More Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball here on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen, the Red Raiders take on the Cropdusters. Andy, it's hard to believe this is actually our last Thursday broadcast of the Corn Belt League season. Now we still have next week on Sunday the championship, the tournament championship we'll be covering. This is our final regular season game. When you look at these two teams, the Red Raiders and Cropdusters, they're sitting at the bottom of the league standings, respectively. The Filth Ballers have wrapped up the regular season title, but sports, you know, it's a game of momentum. You have a chance to start stringing some things together. You get to the tournament, and anything can happen, and you have to feel both coaches. That's sort of the message they're talking about as they round out the regular season.
Well, you're exactly right. Head coach Jared Jones for the Cropdusters and Jacob Wilson for the Red Raiders. They didn't have the season they necessarily wanted to, but throw that all out the window. Okay, the season's winding down. You want to get a little bit of momentum, get a couple more wins under your belt before that tournament, which is a single elimination tournament that starts next week. So anything can happen. So you're looking for the different positives to take into tournament play. Well, it starts here, starts tonight.
Red Raiders sitting at 4-17. The Cropdusters at 7-17. We're looking forward to a good one between these two Corn Belt League foes. Stay with us. First pitch will be coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether you play on a field or play on a court or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Ayberg City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Ayberg City Insurance.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Furniture buyers, the limited time $3 million factory direct furniture and mattress sell-off is on at Ashley Home Stores, Central Nebraska. Hurry in and find tons of furniture and mattresses at one-time drastic price cuts. Don't wait. It's all price to sell. Now at Ashley Home Stores of Central Nebraska.
Welcome back. Getting a look at the Cropdusters, led by head coach Jared Jones. They're looking for win number 8 on the summer, and they're hoping they can get it here tonight, taking on a Red Raiders squad that's looking for its 5th win of the season.
You know, when I hear that name, Jared Jones, it strikes up so many memories of him being the Filth Ballers, kind of that oddball setup pitcher, you know, that lefty with a lot of character. And I just remember that scene the first season that we covered the Corn Belt League. He closed out the game, and you saw the dog pile, and he was in the middle of it that shut that game out. Just a wonderful memory. And now you're seeing him extend, you know, his experience here with the Corn Belt League, now taking on a team of his own. He's gotten into coaching. This is where he spends his summers, coming back to Omaha.
So you're getting a look at starting pitcher A.J. Ventry. Coach Jones says he has a fastball, curveball, and can work in a changeup as well. Can hit the mid-80s, and he's a pitcher that plays with a lot of passion and emotion.
Yeah, young man that traveled a little ways to get here. Pitches for West Virginia Wesleyan. Almost a little sidearm action there. You see how he kind of drops that release point with that lanky right arm.
He's I mean, he's been the workhorse for the Cropdusters this summer. Most innings pitched with 35. Has sat down 32 batters and has a 2.0 ERA, so not bad at all.
No, not bad at all, and he's exactly who you want out on the mound for a setting like this, especially when you're trying to gain a little bit of momentum heading into the postseason. And getting a good look at the Cropdusters logo there. You know, they might be towards the bottom of the standings, but their logo, that's got to be towards the top there. You can't beat that.
They are this year's expansion team, and you know, you talk about all the different teams: Black Sox, Filth Ballers, Rail Riders, Royal Blue Dogs.
Oh, it's just fun.
Bombers, Haymakers, Red Raiders. You can find something to like about each of the teams and logos as Red Raiders getting ready to step to the plate and get this thing started.
Has a little bit of that minor league feel to it where, you know, they infuse so much fun into the game of baseball, and, you know, that's really the way it should be.
Well, we're about to have some fun tonight here on News Channel Nebraska. Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball once again coming your way. Ty Beasley will lead things off here for the Red Raiders. And first pitch put in play. That's an easy one for second baseman Dakota Hogan.
Oh, and Ventry's got to love that. Works that fastball low and outside, gets a grounder, one pitch, one out. Can't ask for a better start to a game than that. Especially early, Brandon, if you can manufacture outs with a low pitch count, that kind of extends your work that you can do from the mound. You know, you can get into later innings, get a little more time under your belt.
So now you have Gabe Bretetic in the batter's box. This one put in play. It's a chopper. Yeah, great play, though, by the third baseman, Jovan Suarez.
Suarez with a gun. That looked like it was going to be trouble with that high hop there, but he scooped it up and strong throw on a dime over to first base. Get another look at it right here.
Courtesy of Bank of the Valley and Beatrice Community Hospital.
And when you have arm strength like that, you can sit back. You don't have to force the issue. Saw how he didn't charge that one off the short hop. He was able to just scoop it up after that second bounce.
So Ethan Neeson now at the plate.
A little off the plate, a little outside, but I like what Ventry's doing here. He's really trying to throw away from these right-handed hitters, working the outside half of the plate.
Neeson batting .258 on the summer.
Okay, now Ventry's got himself into a little bit of a hole here. 3-0 count. Got to bring it.
And Neeson draws the 2-out walk.
And that was right down the middle, but you kind of saw how Ventry took a little off of it, and that left it elevated up in the zone. Had that be a 3-1 count, you got to been thinking this one probably would have been swinging.
Now have Caleb Schramm. He's batting just shy of 200. He's the only Central College product.
Oh, that was right there.
There he finds the zone. Two balls, one strike.
Hear a little bit of chatter there. I don't know if that's his dugout giving him a bad time, Caleb Schramm, or if it's some of the Cropdusters trying to get under his skin there while he's in the box.
He got the bat off the shoulder there, fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the top of the first.
Way ahead in the count here, 2-2 pitcher's count. A.J. Ventry try to utilize his curveball here, maybe his changeup.
And he is sat down looking as Ventry catches the outside corner. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the first here on News Channel Nebraska.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraska.
Welcome back. Brandon Axum and Andy Klassen with you here on News Channel Nebraska. Corn Belt League Baseball. We're getting ready for the bottom of the first. The first inning is brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System.
Pretty solid start to the game for Cropduster pitcher A.J. Ventry. Let's see if Curtis Flint, the big left-hander for the Red Raiders, can match.
Going to be Jack Tilton, Kate Owens, and Thatcher Kozil due up for the Cropdusters. And you look at Flint and what he can do. 13 innings pitched this summer. Has a 4.3 ERA, and he's sat down 14 batters thus far.
Yeah, in-state kid, plays for Concordia University right down the road. Getting some summer work here in the Corn Belt League.
Coach Wilson says loves that he's a lefty, has a lot of movement, has been working on his control, and as you might expect, improving on that as the summer has progressed, and he's strung together some decent outings as of late.
And he throws from the stretch. You don't always see that.
So Tilton at the plate. He's batting .345.
Ooh, ouch.
Where's that one? So leadoff man is on for the Cropdusters here in the bottom of the first.
And you just kind of felt like Flint was trying to send a message there with some high heat inside. You know, backing Tilton off the plate. Just got a little out of hand there. Walked the batter through hit by pitch.
So you now have Kate Owens at the plate. He's hitting right at 300. This one caught. Made Noah Triggs have to work for that one, tracking that one down.
Triggs, the speedster out of Peru State College. Really nice job tracking that ball dead center. Had to fight off the sun. You see he's wearing some sunglasses out there. You got to think that came in handy, especially when he had to locate it so quick off the bat.
Now Thatcher Kozil at the plate. He's hitting .316.
Talked about Thatcher a couple of weeks ago. Young man, plays for the Rabbits up there in South Dakota State. Played his high school ball for Waverly. So we've seen this guy a couple of times in multiple sports, you know, for the Waverly Warriors. Or Vikings, my gosh.
It's tough to keep them all straight.
Man.
There's a good breaking ball there by Flint for that first pitch strike.
Dropped it right in the zone.
Steal is on. And nicely done there. The tag made for the out. That was Ty Beasley putting it on him.
Just a beautiful job, pickoff move there for Curtis Flint. Didn't look once over to first base. That gave a false sense of security to Jack Tilton. The steal was on, took off just a tad early. Easy pickoff there for Flint. Well done by the Red Raiders.
2 down here in the bottom of the first. First inning is brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System.
And you saw that movement. That almost backed the batter off the plate there, and Thatcher Kozil, but it curved right back in for that second strike.
Oh, 2 down here to Kozil on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. You had Ryan Vermeer, the catcher, halfway to the dugout. He thought that one was good.
The entire infield for the Red Raiders started trotting in. I thought that looked pretty good as well.
Was not far away. And that one gets away from Flint.
I don't know if that's his two-seam fastball, but yeah, that's staying elevated up in the zone. Good velocity, but just high and inside on these left-handed batters. There it is.
There's the breaking ball. Freezes Kozil. And it's 3 up, 3 down, unconventionally, but the first 3 batters are retired, and it's 0-0 as we head to the second here on News Channel Nebraska.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
Welcome back. A sunny, warm evening in Omaha, Nebraska. Corn Belt League baseball here on NCN. How hot is it? Well, 90 degrees right now. Just baseball weather.
You're exactly
all that
right.
Is.
Late in the summer, cloudless sky. They call it a high sky. Got to think that temperature's going to be dropping as the sun sets here behind us to the west.
Dalton Nelson will lead things off here for the Red Raiders.
A lot of folks from around the Omaha metro area recognize that name. Young man played his high school ball for Millard North, an old Mustang.
Nelson hitting right at a 200 clip here this summer. First pitch a little high for ball 1. He had Ventry get into a pretty good rhythm there, forcing 2 ground outs to the first 2 batters. He faced back in the top of the first, as that one's fouled rather straight back.
And the one thing I like about Ventry's approach thus far, he's keeping it low in the zone. That caused a lot of ground ball opportunities. Of course, I say that, and then he leaves one up top.
It's coming this time, I think. Right here. 3 balls, 1 strike.
He's got to bring it.
And just misses. So leadoff walk here for the Red Raiders.
Just feel like the umpire right now, he doesn't like that low strike. He hasn't given it to either pitcher, but it looks like it's right at the knees. That's just not there right now.
Now you have Arrow Wallen at the plate. Ventry finds the outside corner there for strike 1. Wallen is just shy of 300, batting .286.
Kind of a mid-season addition to the lineup here for the Red Raiders. Finds himself in a hole right here.
And he calls time right before the pitch.
Yeah, he just wasn't comfortable with how much time A.J. Ventry was taking up on the mound there, trying to break his rhythm. Old batter got the timeout call he wanted a little late.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 0-0 your score on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. Now 2-2.
That's okay if you're Ventry. You're way ahead in the count. Go ahead and throw something low and away. See if you can get someone to chase. Still got another pitch to work with here.
And that one gets through. Down the first baseline, and that puts runners at the corners.
Kind of a tough play there for Blake Peabody, the first baseman. He was coming off the bag. You know, he's covering because there was a runner at first. Then you get one down the shot, down the line there, and he had to shift back to his left. Almost came up with it. I think he got some leather on it. Still got into the outfield, though. Runners in the corners here for the Red Raiders. Oh, and by the way, no outs.
And Ryan Vermeer at the plate.
Ooh.
That one nearly going down the first baseline as well.
Well, Vermeer got the pitch he was looking for on that one. Ripped it just foul down the first baseline.
Breaking ball.
Wow.
Finds the zone there.
That definitely changes in speed, doesn't it? It just almost looked like it was kind of airmailed in there. Found its way right into the strike zone.
Nice hit by Vermeer, and that'll bring a run across as the Red Raiders get on the board first.
Just an excellent piece of hitting there from Vermeer. Able to get around on one, punch it through a wide hole on the right side of the infield. And even there, it looked like the ball had a little bit of movement to it. He had to go out, extend his arms, and get it. Was still able to wrap it around, punch it through the right side.
Noah Triggs. See if he can keep it going. No outs here in the top of the second. 1 run scored on the Ryan Vermeer single. Yeah, Thatcher Kozil, the catcher, wanted to have a word with Ventry.
That was a good spot to go out there and talk to him. It looked like Ventry was he kind of faked it to second base there. Wasn't sure if signals were all on point. As you see, Triggs there kind of talking it up with the umpire.
Never hurts to have the umpire be your friend, or at least on friendly terms with him.
Yeah, he can be your buddy, but one pitch can kind of screw that whole scenario up.
Well, that pitch goes in there for a strike. Triggs batting .296 here this summer. Shows bunt. Everyone goes back to the respective bag.
You got a really good look right there on how the Cropdusters are going to try and field it, and that's with the lanky first baseman. He's going to be charging in. You got third base, has to stay home cover. Someone has to get second.
Now one stays high. Now 2-1.
This is where Ventry really has to bear down and deliver some strikes here. Very nice get back pitch.
Two balls, two strikes, no down here in the top of the second.
Whoa.
That one getting away from Ventry as well. The count is now full.
And had Triggs, do what you normally do and try and back out of the box, he would have went right into that one, but he stayed where he was, let the ball sail behind him.
And painting the corner, Triggs goes down.
And that has been there. Ventry's done a really nice job working that outside corner, especially against the right-sided hitters.
There's the first out. Ira Lee now at the plate.
And that was a big one. Ventry taking advantage of here, helping himself from the mound with that strikeout.
Lee hitting .281. Off speed throws him off there.
And we've heard head coach Jared Jones talk to it. We already seen it, in the first inning. Ventry causes a lot of ground balls, double plays available here in a bunch of different scenarios. All bases, third, second, first, on the table here to churn that double play, get out of the inning, get out of this jam.
Ira Lee coming from a Treasure Valley Community College.
Also played his high school ball in your neck of the woods, Lincoln Southwest High School.
There's a Silverhawk.
Mm-hmm.
One-two after the foul. Red Raiders scoring, though, here in the top of the second. Dalton Nelson coming across on a Ryan Vermeer RBI single.
Nice move.
Great pick move, and
look out. Got him again.
You have the double play. You don't see that often. Arrow Wallen tagged out at third, then Vermeer at second. We need to see this again. Andy, what just happened?
Beautiful pickoff move there. He used a slump move to set that one up, spun around, got the runners trying to get to third. Then the heads-up play by the third baseman, zipping it to second. If you're going to make that move, you got to be decisive. You got to get to second. Go ahead and run that guy off the bag. A little bit of indecisiveness got the Red Raiders out of an inning before they wanted to be.
Jovan Suarez gets credit for the throw. That does it here for our second inning, which is brought to you by Unity Eye Care Center, your second inning sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska. That was a fun one. We'll be back with more Corn Belt League baseball here on NCN.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
It's that time of year when the air is at its freshest, the green is on the landscape, and the great outdoors is all around us. With so much beauty in our area, such as Lewis and Clark Lake, there are plenty of reasons to make moments enjoying the sun and a few nights beneath the stars. On your way to your outdoor adventure, stop at Shop EZ south of Yankton and get all the snacks and drinks you'll need. Outdoor Adventures, powered locally by Sedex.
Corn Belt League baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Red Raiders and Cropdusters. Brandon Axsmith, Andy Klassen with you. Glad that you're with us. 1-0. Andy, by one hand, you're happy that you get on the board if you're the Red Raiders, but
right.
My, oh my, you had quite an opportunity there and have to be probably lying if Coach Wilson decided he wasn't disappointed by only coming away with one.
You got to be kicking yourself a little bit if you're the Red Raiders. You had runners in the corners, no outs, prime opportunity to get a couple runners across there. You're putting good wood on the ball, putting balls in play, and come away with a kind of a boneheaded double play to get you out of an inning when you really had the table set to do some damage early on.
Well, Blake Peabody is going to lead things off for the Cropdusters.
Big kid. Exactly the type of guy, slugger you want at first base over there.
Right back at Flint, who shows some quick reflexes to make the play.
Really does. Got that right hand up that he wears the glove on. Snatched that one out of the air. It's quite the advantage if you're a fielding pitcher. You can kind of help yourself out there. Look at that. Right on it.
Now it's Trayton Kozil, younger brother of Thatcher. Trayton batting .250.
Young man out of Waverly, like we mentioned, plays his collegiate ball right now at Southeast Community College.
Nice curveball there from Flint.
I mean, it freezes the batter because it looks like it's going to run up on him. Then it starts breaking mid-weight, and man, does it a nice job just sliding into the zone.
That time it slides a little bit out. 2-1.
Well, you're exactly right. It did have movement on it. It was going from right to left away from the batter.
Mentioned Trayton playing his college ball at Southeast Community College in Beatrice. Jerseys look about the same as the Cropdusters. As great play there made by Ira Lee. The throw and then the scoop at first by Bratetic.
Lee playing a little deep, allowed him to get over there behind second. scooped that one up. Knew he didn't have a lot of time. Quick transition from glove to hand. Perfect play there, helping his pitcher out, Curtis Flint.
So now you have Dakota Hogan. Now up with 2 down in the bottom of the second. Flint's starting to get that control of that breaking ball.
That breaking ball, his curve ball, yeah, it's really coming around for him. You can see when he gets into that rhythm, it doesn't take a lot of time up there.
Hogan's hitting at a 278 clip. Fooled on that one.
Way out in front. And this is the spot as a hitter I just hated to be in 0-2. I just got stunned on a little bit of a curveball.
It's like, how did that happen? It was just 0-0, and now it's 0-2 really quick. And then catching the outside corner. Flint sits him down. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on. It's 1-0 as we head to the third here on News Channel Nebraska.
Shop Columbus Motor Company during the Make This the Summer event for the new vehicle. They have a great selection of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps for work or play, and Ram tough trucks that can handle any job you've got. And they have a 5-day money-back guarantee in case you're not completely satisfied. Stop by their dealership at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus or shop them online at columbusmotorcompanyne.com, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score as we get into the third inning here on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axemet and Andy Klassen with you. We now have our special semi-regular guest hopping in the booth, and that is Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs, who recently locked up the regular season title here. Is that, I'm losing track, that's the second regular season, or is it the third in a row now, regular season title?
It's the third in 4 years.
Third in 4 years.
Second consecutive.
Well, how does it feel?
I don't really have a feeling until the season's over, because our mission is the complete thing, the complete season. So afterward, I'll go back and reflect a little bit, but right now I'm just still planning for the next 2 regular season games and then the playoffs.
Well, as we mentioned, that end-of-season tournament not far away. We will be televising the championship on Sunday as Ira Lee leading things off, and he pops that straight into the air. Nice catch made there by Poteet for out number 1.
Poteet did a good job on that one when he got his mask out of the way. You'll see a lot of catchers carry their mask in their hands. We always teach our catchers to throw it in front of the opposing dugout. That way none of us trip on it.
It's the little things
that
people don't think about. And you have a catching background.
I do. I was a catcher.
I was going to say, so you know all the tricks of the trade.
I try to pass that knowledge along to my guys. Sometimes it works a little easier than others, but so far this year they've been doing a good job. In fact, I worked with Thatcher Kozil there a little bit this year.
Now it's back to the top of the lineup. Ty Beasley grounded out back in the top of the first.
Nice cut. When you see the ball go straight back like that, that means they were very close to hitting it really hard. Probably won't see that same pitch again. Probably throwing something off speed here.
Well, and we saw that Flint's really getting his off speed and his breaking ball going for the Red Raiders, and like you said, there's the attempt, just a little bit inside.
Now, as a catcher, you're sitting back here, you look at the hitter. Look how he's holding his bat. It's at a nice 45-degree angle. So that means he can cover pretty much anything over the plate. If the bat was a little more horizontal, he can't get inside and low. If it's straight up and down vertical, he can't get high and outside. So back there, along with the throwing the mask and everything else, there's a bunch of little things you can do to help your pitcher out.
3-1 count. And Beasley draws the walk.
That'll be interesting to see what kind of base running we have this inning after the last
Gonna
inning.
say, any thoughts on how things ended for the Red Raiders that last half inning?
Yeah, I have a couple thoughts on that. I'm not sure they'd be appreciated. Personally, we probably would have put it down there. So you got guys on second, third, and you don't have that problem. When you're trying to take 2 bags like that, you have to rely on 2 guys making the break at the right time and knowing what they're doing.
Well, there is a moonshot by Bretetic. He has some pop, as you may well be aware.
I am aware. He'll be doing that home run derby we're doing, and I think he's traveling with us to the Wichita tournament.
Well, and he was the hitter of the week last week.
I saw that. Oh, and they almost got picked off again. That was a very friendly call.
You were mentioning too the team that will continue on after the Corn Belt League wraps up, and kind of share for the viewers at home the process going into forming that team, and what does that look like once this whole season comes to an end?
Well, it's quite a tedious process. First, the tournament, it's called the Summer Ball Showdown, and it's in Goddard, right outside of Wichita. There are probably twice as many teams as there were last year that are going to it. Really nice facility that Genesis Health Club built. All turf fields. We are trying to take 25 to 30 guys, but you know, it's the end of the season. Guys are trying to go on vacation. Some guys got to be back at school. So it's been quite the process putting this 25-man roster together, and I've probably spent 30 or 40 hours on it already.
A nice rope there by Bretetic. Continuing off of last week's hitter of the week performance. When you go 8 for 14, you have a grand slam in there, 7 RBI. You're doing some things right, and it's carried over here this week as well. Well worth another look.
Now you see that pitch is right down the middle, just maybe on the inner third. He gets his hands in, or keeps his hands in, and he's able to barrel that thing up and just not even have to swing hard and drive it over there.
Going back to that Wichita tournament as well, is it just you, or how many coaches on this team are working, or this league rather, are working together to be a part of the effort?
Coach Sunigal from the Black Sox will be with me, and Coach Babb, my assistant, will be going as well.
Because last year you went down and did fairly decent, if I remember right.
We lost the game to get to the money game on a line drive that hit a large umpire who was out of place. I'll just say that.
That's always fun. Well, stolen base there. Beasley is safe at third, and so now runners are at the corners.
It's a really interesting tournament there because they have bands playing, and I'm not used to that in baseball games. So there's one game that we start at 10 p.m. or something, went extra innings until 1:30. We walked it off, but there's a band playing Backstreet Boys while I'm playing, so that was even doubly distracting because the choice in music.
I was thinking more of the heavy metal, which, from what I understand, is kind of your MO. Backstreet Boys in baseball. That's an interesting sort of mix.
You've been doing your research. I like it.
Well, if I'm being totally honest, I think it was when I was talking to Coach Senegal, and he said it a little bit differently in terms of your taste in music, but what I got was it's heavy metal, rock.
I like the hard rock, the industrial stuff. It's stuff I sleep to.
Well, there you have the steal on its second, and then the throw, which allows Beasley to come across and score. So as a catcher, what do you think should have been done there? Not that?
Well, no, right here, I would have thrown it to my shortstop. I would have had him coming in at 45 degrees right to the pitcher to cut it off. The guy at third left pretty early, so he might have fallen for that. Then you come right home with it because you're trying to keep this a 1-0 game.
Well, it's now 2-0. 2-2 count for Neeson. And he gets a good piece of it.
Boy, he's playing shallow.
Got it over the center fielder, and that'll roll to the fence. Stand-up triple there for Neeson, and Ratetic comes home to score.
You could hear that coming off the bat. You knew that was going a long way. But I got to give it to the defense. They set up in a nice a double cut right there. If they hadn't played that right, there might have been a chance he turns third and goes home. Once you see the numbers on that outfielder, you call the double cut.
I know it's, only sort of speculation, but you have the center fielder playing fairly shallow and still is. Is that just sort of a scouting sort of formation?
I'm not really sure about that. It's always easier to run up than it is to run back. There's also that philosophy that we're going to play up and try to make them hit it over us. Maybe they hit fly balls. But if you do that, you got to paint the inner or outer third. You can't throw it right down the middle and let them barrel it up.
Well, you follow up Neeson's RBI triple, and Caleb Schramm gets a single and knocks in Neeson. So the Red Raider bats are going here in the third inning, already having plated 3 runs.
Now, right now, if I'm Jared, I start warming somebody up so I can keep the innings down on my main guy here and bring him back earlier than expected if I need to in a game down the road a little bit, or in a couple days he can throw 1 or 2 innings.
You have Dalton Nelson at the plate. You're referencing Jared Jones, head coach for the Cropdusters, his first year as a head coach, and a player you know well from having coached him from the Filth Ballers. And I'm sure you probably had dialogue throughout the summer with him. How does he feel things have been going, or what's his experience been?
Well, Jared, and it's very flattering, likes to say he's my protege, so I'm flattered by that because I think he's doing a really good job. He's a little frustrated because he wants a little bit more consistency, but that tells you that he's a details guy. And, Jared as a pitcher worked tirelessly. He had a great baseball IQ. As an assistant coach last year, he added another dimension to us that we needed. And I think he's doing a great job this year. He's the type of young coach that the league like this needs to keep.
Well, Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all of your life's milestones. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Brandon Axsmith alongside Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs. And you see the foul ball there, but Ventry being given a little bit of fits here in the top of the third, and there's some activity in the bullpen currently.
Yeah, they're trying to warm somebody up right now. Let's see if this thing gets out of control, or if Ventry can squeeze out 2 more outs. I'd be surprised to see him come back next inning if he does.
Yep. This one straight up.
Oh.
And just, what's the chain of command when you have 3 guys in that triangle? That's the right fielder's job to call it off?
It's second base. Second base needs to control that situation right there. They stay on their feet. The outfield should slide so that nobody ever collides. So if you got a ball like that in no man's land, your second baseman runs out. The outfielder needs to slide underneath him in case he misses it.
So Nelson, new life. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Here in the top of the third. This one going down the first base line, and foul.
That's an out that Ventry really could have used.
Well, going back to your conversation with Cropduster head coach Jared Jones and wanting more consistency, that's if every coach knew how to get that all the time, they'd be making a lot of money. But how do you go about that as you being a more experienced and seasoned coach to manufacture and create a situation where you are seeing more consistency with your players?
Well, it starts with us coaching. We need to be consistent. We need to have the same message, keep working on the fundamentals. Nice base hit there. Now we're back to a first and third again. And my advice to him was look, you can't gauge this season based on your wins and losses. If you teach guys how to get better, that's a win. That's a successful season in your position as a young coach with a young team. So you got to forget the wins and losses and think about the steps you're taking toward to be more consistent. And he understands that. And, he's young and wants those wins because that's what young coaches want. But this will make him better at the college level.
We now have Errol Wallen at the plate, who got the first hit for the Red Raiders back in the second. That one fouled out.
Long strike. So right now you want to slow down his bat. You see how fast he was when he pulled. So he's throwing something off speed, try to get a half swing. But Jacob, probably knowing that, might send this guy in motion from first. There's a lot of things going on.
Tries to go outside on that pitch, just a little bit high as well. That one just missing the press box as well. Always fun when you see one coming at you. You know, we've referenced going towards our truck, which is never fun.
There's a lot of equipment in that truck. I wouldn't want it to get hit.
That there is, but we're all in the clear for now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down.
Hope you didn't jinx us.
You know, I probably did. I should have known better.
That.
Yeah, Wallen goes down looking.
So you got a really long fly ball, and the odds of getting an extra base hit after a super long foul ball that would have been a home run if it was fair is 1%. You'd never see anybody hit a home run after a long foul ball like that. If you watch all the major league games you'll see somebody hit a long fly ball foul that would have been a homer. Next thing you know, they're grounding weak ground ball or striking out.
And I'm sure you can tell us what the reason behind that is.
Well, you were speeding up your bat, so if the pitcher sees it and the catcher sees it and they're in sync, now you can move that around. And he's also thinking, I just blasted that, so I'm looking for that pitch again. He wasn't looking for that pitch outside. He decided he wasn't swinging.
Well, Ryan Vermeer, that is his second RBI of the game as he drives in another run. Bank of the Valley and Beatrice Community Hospital giving you another look. That's Schramm who comes across.
So it looks like they're just going to try to get this third out. Sit Ventry down. I'm guessing he's probably got about 50 pitches by now. So this is about your ceiling if you need him to come back in a few days.
So Noah Triggs, he went down looking his last time at the plate. Gets this one nearly through. Nice job by Tilton.
Yeah, he went a long way to get to that ball, so that was good footwork right there and good glove work. But the baseballs just keep finding holes in the infield this inning. And one big one in the outfield.
Well, we're back where we started here in this half inning. Ira Lee led things off with a pop-up to the catcher. He's going to get another chance here in that one.
Now, this is always interesting, when you're on the offense here. You've hit around already, right? You don't want to be the guy that doesn't get a hit in this inning or ends it. So it puts a lot of pressure on batters. You would think they're like, oh, this is fun, everybody's hitting. But actually, with each at-bat, the pressure increases. So right here, you're talking to your guys, same approach. Act like it's just one out. Let's move the guys. Let's do something. Put the ball in play here.
Well, we're going to have to take a break because Ventry is done. So we'll have a pitching change here in this third inning that is brought to you by the Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere. Strike Zone, our third inning sponsor. It's 6-0 Red Raiders.
At Columbus Community Hospital, we understand the needs of a growing family. That's why we are proud to introduce our new maternal child health department. We designed the unit with you in mind. It has suite-style rooms, a larger neonatal intensive care unit, postpartum rooms, a surgical suite, and upgrades that provide a more modern and comfortable space. When it's time for you to expand your family, we hope to see you in our new expanded maternal child health department.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us, supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
Welcome back. It's Matthew Fulton on the mound. Coming in relief for A.J. Ventry, who, unfortunately for him, an outing where he gave up the most runs and second most hits this season. We'll see if Fulton has better luck as we get ready to see what he has on the mound. A reminder that coverage today is brought to you in part thanks to Didier's Grocery with locations in David City and Schuyler. Didier's is your local community connection for high-quality food, friendly service, and great prices. Also brought to you by Furniture and Mattress Direct. Step inside their beautifully decorated showroom in Hastings to browse a wide selection of bedroom, living room, and dining room furniture. Leather, home office, kids furniture, and mattresses. Brandon Axmit joined by Johnston Hobbs, fifth baller head coach. Fulton on the mound, facing off with Ira Lee, who led this inning off. Big cut there.
A little high fastball action. They haven't seen many of those, so that wasn't too bad of an idea.
Yeah, Fulton, who's pitched 11 in a third innings this summer. He's a 9.8 ERA.
Yeah, the ERAs can be a little misleading when you don't have a lot of innings because you have one bad inning and then it's hard to bring it down. It's like in college, you mess up your GPA early, right? The more classes you take, the harder it is.
You're not speaking from experience. You probably had a friend in a situation like that.
Few guys I know.
Fulton, a Northeast Community College product, playing his ball up in Norfolk, Nebraska. Full count here to Lee. And this one is up and just out of reach there for Poteet as it goes into the Red Raider dugout.
Poteet's run about 120 feet this inning already. He could be on third base.
You're going to cut him some slack saying he shouldn't have, cleared the fence full extension, make the catch?
Got to make that dive. No, he did a good job getting over there. That's tough.
Well, this one popped up as well. And Peabody makes the catch. Red Raiders, though, doing a lot of damage here in the top of the third. 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors and 3 left on. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride, in the field, on your farm, in your community.
At Midway Chrysler in Kearney, buy a new Ram 2500 or 3500 with 0% APR financing. These heavy-duty Ram trucks will not last. During the Make This the Summer event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney, or think midway.com/CDJR.
Welcome back here to Seymour Smith in Omaha, Nebraska. 6-0 Red Raiders.
Now, as the pitcher here, you got a 6-run lead. Is it 6? 5? Yeah, there's a bulb out. You can relax a little bit. You can take some chances. You can throw a pitch that you normally haven't pitched in a while, or maybe you haven't really honed it in. And you can give up 1 or 2, and it's still an uphill battle for the other team. If it's only a 2 or 3 run lead and they score 1, all you need is a guy on second base, and it's a whole nother game.
Well, Caleb Homer leading things off. It's been 3 batters in the first and second inning for the Cropdusters, so they have been unable to get anything going offensively up to this point.
Yeah, at this point, I start watching the infield. If I've got any kind of speed, and maybe drop one down just to get something going. If they go through this inning again without getting a hit.
That breaking ball coming in there.
And even a walk helps here, but he's got to be ready to defend the plate, foul something off, and hope the pitcher makes a mistake.
Laid off, gets the walk. 82.33 repeating percent chance to score. Is that where we're at? Leadoff man on?
60%. It's 88 when they get to third base. Right now it's about 60%. And you got to look at, do they play small ball or not? At the college and pro level, the run differential or the run expectancy goes up 0.6 of 1 run if you drop a bunt down with somebody at first base and no outs. High school, it doesn't work that much.
We have Poteet now at the plate, the catcher you were given props for this past half inning.
He's done some good work. He's worked on his footwork this year. And it's tough to be a catcher and a pitcher because it's 2 different levers. Behind the plate, it's short lever, short arm. On the mound, it's long lever, long stride. So it's 2 completely opposite throwing mechanisms. As a pitcher, you're throwing 60 feet 6 inches. As a catcher, you're throwing 127 feet 3 5/8 inches. I knew you would enjoy that statistic.
I appreciate very much that insight that you bring, and it blows my mind a little bit that you have to the decimal of
how can you work that stat in?
Well, you found a way. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Poteet.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to.
Well, he puts this one in play. And nicely done there by Beasley at short.
Now you have to make something happen here. This hitter has got to get a quality at-bat here and either move him 1 base with less than 2 outs or get a base hit and score him. So you got to be a little aggressive, but not overly aggressive at second, or the same thing that happened to Red Raiders will happen here and you blow your only chance at scoring so far.
Well, it's Jovan Suarez at the plate to round out the order for the Cropdusters.
That's got to be the best name in the league.
I'm trying to think what there's...
Sounds like a clone or something.
Thatcher and Dalton Kozil, those are some decent ones, but Jovan Suarez, I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
We'll see if the Red Raiders have anything that can compete. Who's the best baseball name on your Filth Baller squad?
Oh man, that's great. Probably Trace Machacek.
That's a
I
good
kind of
one.
like how that flows. Sounds kind of Eastern European.
Yeah, Machacek, a Doan player. Yeah, I can get behind that. Suarez batting 167. And he was the player, going back to that, tough double play for the Red Raiders. He was the third baseman who laid down the tag and then the heads-up play to have that perfect throw to second to catch that second man who was trying to steal.
Yeah, that was a really good play because if he overthrows that, that guy scores too, or would score.
Breaking ball, missing the outside there.
So you can see the pitcher working some of his secondary pitches right now. If you're facing a 167 hitter or whatever he's hitting, you usually want to pump some fastballs inside.
So 3 straight balls here to Suarez.
He's doing a good job up there. They're continuing to work positives. You got the walk, you got a quality at bat, advancing a hitter, and now you got 3 straight balls. All these things can build up, and there's enough time for the Cropdusters to make a run at this thing.
There's Flint getting that first strike. 5-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative Midway CDJ scoreboard here in the bottom of the third.
Big pitch here.
Throws it in the dirt, so the second walk of the inning.
So we've had 3 positives. Let's see how this works out.
And you're back now to the top of the order with Jack Tilton. Coach Wilson wants to have a word on the mound.
It's weird here with the statistics. Now that you got guys on first and second with 1 out, your odds actually go down because you're in double play territory here. So now it's something like 30%.
So if you're Tilton at the plate, standard at bat, you trying to lay down a bunt, what are you thinking?
I'm looking at the defense. If they're all playing way back and this guy's got some wheels, he's a little bit closer to first base than a right-handed hitter. You put it down on the third base side. Ero's a big guy. He's not an Olympic hurdler or anything. So he's going to come in. Then it's a foot race with a shortstop. But you take that chance. We have 1 out. And if it works, you're a genius. If he fails, you're a scapegoat. And you can see the corners playing in.
Tilton swings, backhand by the first baseman and gets the out at second and nearly caught the runner there at third.
So they're starting to hit the ball now. They're piecing some balls up. They're getting some guys on base. Now, here's when you want to try, Jared can afford to try to pull something here to see if he can get a run in.
Kate Owens at the plate.
Well, let's see how many times the pitcher looks over to first. And then watch what kind of slide step or if he just picks his foot up. And that would tell me what I'm going to do next pitch. So he looks over once, slides over, throws a breaking ball. So this is an important pitch, 1-1. It's either going to go the pitcher's way or the hitter's way. So he wants to throw a strike here. His best pitch for a strike.
With the fastball, but it was low.
He's definitely keeping an eye on the runner at first. That time he gave him 2 looks, so he's changing it up. That's smart.
And and where are you in terms of being a believer where, hey, there's 2 down, irrelevant what's happening on first if you take care of the batter, or how much do you need to have your attention paying to both things?
Well, we got 2 outs. They haven't really hurt you yet, so I'm going at them. I'm not really worried about first base. I'm going to act like I'm worried about first base, but then I'm going to try to get the hitter because the success so far has been against the hitters and not against the runners.
Well, it's 2-2 here. 2 down. Runners on the corners for the Cropdusters, who are trying to get on the board. And he got a piece of that breaking ball, just foul down the third baseline.
And he pulled it, so that means his bat's moving fast. If you throw a fastball, then that's probably a base hit. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here with a 2-2 count again. I'd go back to that breaking ball. Try to backdoor it.
Well, it was a breaking ball, but Owen's got a piece of it, and it's caught by Nelson. So unfortunately for the Cropdusters, they're unable to get any runs on the board. It's still 5-0 as we head to the 4th on News Channel Nebraska.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one will take a bite. What's yours?
Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back. 5-0 Red Raiders leading the Cropdusters. Brandon Axemet currently joined in the booth by Filth Ballers head coach Johnston Hobbs. Red Raiders coming off a nice 3rd inning where they plated 4 runs, and they're hoping to build off it here. As we are now in the 4th inning, brought to you by Multicare Spine and Pain Center, your partner for pain and rehab solutions. One ball, no strikes. Here to Beasley, who's leading things off for the Red Raiders.
Now here's where we go back to the 1-1. The most important pitch. And you got a good hitter. This guy was hitter of the week a couple weeks ago. He can bang it up. Let's see what the catcher calls here. High fastball, hoping he'd chase. That's been kind of a theme this summer in this league. I know it has been with my team, and it frustrates me because you got to offer it. You got to make it look like it's hittable. If you're throwing it way up there, everybody's laying off of it.
And there it is again. So 3-1 here to Beasley.
Now he's got to go fastball or changeup here. If he can control the changeup, it'd be a good pitch because he's looking fastball.
Well, there is a leadoff walk for the Red Raiders. Now Bretetic at the plate. He singled and came around to score last inning.
Now he's a free swinger, so he's just going to try to hit this ball hard. Now they can afford to take some hacks. But you got to throw strikes from them to do that.
He's leading the Red Raiders in the RBI department with 11. He's put one over the fence once, as we referenced with that grand slam.
I think that was against us. But we ended up winning that game.
I feel like you'd remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't forget much.
There's some things I try to forget.
Top of the 4th, 5-0. And stolen base attempt is on in.
That was graceful.
Not even a shot for Beasley. And I don't know, is that surprising as a leadoff man to get thrown out by that far?
Well, I don't think Beasley's known for his speed. You see that throw is right on the inside of the bag, right where Thatcher needs to put it, and not much of a slide there. So it looks like maybe he's not a runner, and they thought something else was going on, or maybe he did that on his own. We'll find out when we watch Jacob go back to the dugout. And it could have been a hit and run, because they were in a hit and run count with 2-1.
Well, the second walk now, Bretetic will take his base. So Ethan Neeson, he was the one who got the party started last inning with that triple to dead center.
Let's see, center field's playing a little deeper this time, but still kind of shallow. That was the pitch right there.
And Fulton catch the outside corner. Neeson batting .258 here on the summer. Coming from Allen County Community College.
All right, see, now the count's gone in the pitcher's favor. So he can afford to drop one down in the dirt, maybe throw something a little high that looks bigger. It's a little closer to the, the head and the eyes, so it looks bigger. And I don't know how Bretetic runs, but it's also a good pitch to steal on. Not a big lead. And he throws it high. I miss catching.
I know this is, it's a big question, but your favorite part, all things considered, about catching, what is it?
Man, it's got to be a tie. there are two parts. One is the clubhouse and the dugout, because you're kind of the quarterback of the team. So the other part for me is being able to see everything that happens in front of me and being more or less in control of our destiny with my pitch calling, defenses, setting up, stuff like that. I miss the leadership part of it the most from a psychological standpoint. The clubhouse and stuff like that is what everybody misses after they retire. You spend a lot of time together as a team.
Well, and as you have the payoff pitch here and a nice base hit by Neeson. His second extra base hit so far as he slides into second. Words of encouragement from the dugout.
It's always nice to have the support of your teammates.
Well worth another look on this one.
You see he goes gap there because he went outside fastball, barreled it up. It wasn't high. They're both playing shallow again, so it skips right between them.
And now Schramm back at the plate. He had an RBI single in the third.
Pitcher's just got to stay behind the ball just a little bit longer. He's got some decent velocity. He can show he can move it in and out a little bit, but when he throws strikes, they're almost like too good of a strike. That was up, so it looked like you could get there. So that's about the level that you want to throw a high fastball on 0-2 or 1-2 to get him to swing and get him out. It's really hard to have the power to hit a ball like that hard anywhere. And 9 times out of 10, when it's hit, it's a fly ball.
Well, it's 3-1 here to Schramm.
Now, remember we were talking earlier about how they hold their bat. He was completely horizontal there. So you should have been working him inside on the inner third fastball, low and inside, because his bat was completely horizontal to the ground.
And again, to your point, there's less of a chance to get around when your bat's in that position and it's inside.
Like, you think about it like teeing a golf ball. Could you hit one off a tee if you got the club up horizontal over your shoulder? You'd never get it down there. If it's down right next to the, or straight up, you're in that plane.
So Fulton having a chat with the staff here. Again, we talked about A.J. Ventry getting chased out of this one.
There's a little teammate action right there. Get a little stretch on.
That camaraderie, that teammate, the synergy. You talked about, for you specifically, you've had that in spades with your filth baller squad, but it really is something that there's a reason you say you want it, because it helps so much in what a team can accomplish.
Yeah, it keeps anxiety down. Name one thing in your life where you're over anxious when you have 25 guys behind you, no matter what. So, or 25 people. It doesn't matter if it's guys, girls, whatever. But it's comforting to know that even if you didn't succeed that day, your team, your manager, your coaches still have your back and have faith in you and put you back out there, give you more opportunities. And, it just helps you do anything after baseball, from business to school to whatever.
That one gets past the catcher, and what a play there by Fulton. And Coach Wilson is going to want to talk about this.
We had plenty of time to get it to the pitcher. I'm a little surprised that Thatcher kind of winded up through it and didn't throw it like a dart. Watch this. It gets by him. Now look how long he hangs on to it. Chris is looking right down there.
Whatever, it was closer than I thought it was going to be originally.
Yeah,
I will say that.
It didn't look that close when we saw it from up here. But that's huge.
So getting a look more action in the bullpen. Max Childress from Hutchinson County Community College getting warmed up for the Cropdusters. Again, though, Fulton making that good tag at the plate to keep it a 5-0 game, and walk drawn by Nelson.
I think Childress joined the league about 3 weeks ago. I think he's the son of one of the coaches at UN, at Nebraska baseball. I've seen his dad out here a couple times. Plays some infield too, second base.
Well, now it's Errol Wallen. He singled back in the second, struck out looking in the third. Bases loaded for him.
We've got 2 outs. We want something low here just to get a ground ball. If it gets through, it gets through, but you want something here so we can go to any base. And if I'm the catcher, I'm lining up outer third of that plate. You want your belt buckle on the outer third. That way, if they miss inside, the umpire gets a good look at it, calls it a strike. If it's outside, you open up your right thigh, and it looks like a strike.
That one just a little low and outside there to make it 3-0, or 3-0 rather, with 2 down.
You wonder if you give him the green light here.
And that'll walk in a run. So the Red Raiders adding to their lead, coming off that big third inning. They get one here in the fourth.
Yeah, and we were talking about how just a few little things were going the Cropdusters' way last inning. This has chipped away at that. You really needed to come in and sit them down, 1, 2, 3. Maybe if you walk one guy, but you clear it out, nobody hurt. That helps. It still keeps a little bit of momentum. Now, right now, whatever momentum they had, they got to start back at ground zero, and that's going to drop in for a hit.
That's Vermeer, and the ball is booted. They're sending another run around. A bases clearing hit. 3 runs come across. And it is 9-0 Red Raiders.
Well, you got to do something here, because if you don't and they get another run, this game could be over soon. So with the 10-run rule, after 5 innings, I don't know if I'd pull this kid or not. You hope the next pitcher comes in and deals pretty quick, come back and score 2 or 3 runs. You're going to have to do that every inning for the rest of the game to make it a game.
Well, Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Save money now by refinancing your auto loan or consolidating your debt with a low-rate loan from Liberty First Credit Union. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Another pitching change for the Cropdusters, 9-0. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
Get more than you expect at Furniture Direct.
We have furniture for every part of your home at great prices. But that is what you expect. You might not expect how much we have, or the selection from trusted brands. We also offer express delivery and a 30-day comfort trial on any new mattress set. Get more than you expect at your locally owned Furniture and Mattress Direct, online and in Hastings behind Sonic on South Burlington.
So orthopedics for me is just being able to restore people back to a quality of life that they aren't used to. It's see problem, fix problems. I grew up on a farm, which was a very visual type thing. You see a problem and you take care of it, and then you move on to the next problem once people are fully back and healed. I did play sports in high school, recreational in college. What it means is that I understand the motivation for younger athletes or older athletes even to want to get back to being able to participate in their sport at the level they were at prior to any injury they sustained. Obviously in orthopedics, technology drives a lot of what we do, and with being able to bring in new technology to help patients recover faster, it's been quite exciting. I think it's going to continue to evolve for the next 5, 10, 20 years.
Welcome back. So a hit right off the new pitcher, Max Childress, and another run comes around.
Well, you're thinking, if I'm the coach there, I'm like, look, they got to offer you a strike. They've been walking a lot of guys. They're going to throw it down the middle. It's 9-0. We can get this guy home, make it a 10-run lead, swing first pitch.
And there is a hit. And the out is made. So a couple of quick pitches on the pitching change, and Cropdusters get out of the inning, but it's 10-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on News Channel Nebraska.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Welcome back. 10-0. Brandon Axsmith, Johnston Hobbs with you. And a situation here for the Cropdusters, who now find themselves down 10, and there is a 10-run rule that is implemented after the 5th inning. So the Cropdusters will see if they can cut into that here in the 4th with Thatcher Kozil leading things off.
Leading off for the Cropdusters, left fielder, South Dakota State, number 31, Thatcher Kozil.
So Thatcher went down looking back in the 1st. And if you're Coach Jared Jones, again, someone you know well, that's a good way to start almost. Just goes foul. What is the message when you find yourself down 10 in the bottom of the 4th?
That we have to make something happen here. Let's put the pressure on them. All right, let's see some pitches. Even though he swung at the first pitch here, this pitcher's only thrown, that's his 41st pitch. This is the 4th inning. So he's having, 13 pitches an inning. That's very efficient. If you have 12 pitches an inning, you're dealing. 14 and under, you're having a great game. So he's controlling it. They're helping him by swinging early. They need to see more pitches. Hope he gets tired and does stuff like that. So get a guy on base, bunt him over, whatever you got to do, small ball, anything to make something happen to put the pressure on them. And you don't know what happens after that. There's a couple years ago we were in a game like that. We were down 6 runs or something to the Blue Dogs. We made one bunt. It forced them to make a great defensive play. They made the error. We ended up winning the game. So it just started momentum. So Thatcher here's got to stay back and just try to drive the ball to either gap. The guy's not throwing it by you. Just got to be disciplined at the plate. Good breaking ball.
Catches that inside corner and makes it 2-2.
And, it's 2-1. You're looking fastball.
And now the count is full.
And as a hitter, there's 6 different things you can do in that box without adjusting your swing. Closer to the plate, further from the plate, closer to the pitcher, further back from the pitcher, choke up, choke down. Same swing all the time. And he survives. Now, if he's got that breaking ball again, I'm either moving up in the plate to catch it before it breaks or back and get it after it breaks. But he hasn't moved his feet around much. And he's choked up, though. That's good.
He has that open stance. As that one paints the corner and freezes him. Where do you stand on open stance, closed stance?
It really depends on what kind of velo you're seeing. If it's a high velocity guy, you don't want to be too open because then it's a longer path for your front foot to get down. By the time you start swinging or your backside of your hip starts internally rotating, the ball's by you. So I tell my guys, if the guy's got higher velocity, get your feet out a little bit wider. And if you're an open stance guy, move that front foot up about 6 inches so it's just a quick step. If you're producing, I'm not going to mess with your style. Oh, right in the calf. That does not feel good.
So Blake Peabody didn't rub it.
He gets points for that. They should get a run just for that.
You should. You really should. He makes his way to first. So now Trayton Kozil, younger brother of Thatcher, now at the plate.
This got lefty on lefty here, so it's advantage pitcher. There we go. Should be routine.
And catch is made by Beasley for out number 2. That'll bring up Dakota Hogan. Reminder that this coverage of today's broadcast of Corn Belt League is brought to you by Furniture and Mattress Direct. Step inside our beautifully decorated showroom in Hastings to browse a wide selection of bedroom, living room, and dining room furniture, leather, home office, kids furniture, and mattresses. Brandon Axmit joined by Johnston Hobbs here, and sad to say it's rounding out your time in the booth after this next out.
Well,
to bring Andy back in.
Well, I appreciate Andy letting me have his seat for a while, and you guys always give me an opportunity each season to come here and talk a little baseball. If I'm not out there on the field, then this is the best place for me to be. Nobody down there will listen.
You'll always have an ear with us.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll call you after the season then.
There we go. And Coach Hobbs, Filth Ballers, their 3rd regular season title in 4 years here in the Corn Belt, and they are the top team in the league heading into the tournament, which will be coming up starting next week. And again, we will be televising the championship. 7 o'clock on Sunday. We'll be live at 6:55, so be sure to tune in for that as well.
Looking forward to the tournament, and just hope we can put something together and continue this thing that we've had going here for a couple of seasons. I'm super proud of my guys. Super hard-working group. Just a lot of fun. It doesn't get much better than how we've gotten along this summer. So I've been blessed.
Carrillo here to Suarez. He drew a walk his first at bat back in the 3rd.
Pick off. I don't think he's going to steal 3-0. So you got 2 outs. Don't even worry about that guy. You got a 10-run lead. You're either sending that kid a message because you knew him in college or something, or you've lost track of the game. Now, if you notice, every time he throws inside, watch his front foot. It crosses his midline towards the third base dugout. When he does his slide step sometimes and he watches first base too long, he crosses over and he ends up throwing inside. You've seen one person get hit with the ball in the calf. You saw that one way inside. You saw one go behind a hitter over here. Every time his foot's crossed the center line.
And he steps off here as Homer steps into the box.
It's a little better. I think they got crossed up. And right now, if I'm the catcher, I'm saying, look, man, we got 2 outs, right? We're just a few minutes away from closing this thing out. If things progress the way they've been progressing, let's just stick to pitch and catch. Let's see how far they can hit it. What's the worst thing that happens? They score 2 runs. We play another couple of innings. To me, that sounds great.
Always caught between, do we want to 10-run them or do we want to play more?
Yeah.
I always in your case, coach more.
Yeah. The longer I get to coach, the more at-bats I can get guys, the more fun it is for me. And I come in prepared for the whole game. So if it's a short one, that messes me up a little bit. I'm not counting on that time or having that time free.
It's an odd problem to have. What do I do with this free time?
They usually end up at Tanner's or something. Yeah.
You know, there's worse places to be.
This is true.
1-1 here to Homer.
Oh, nice piece.
Very nice
All
rip.
right, here we go.
And a run comes across, so the Cropdusters are on the board.
And their first hit of the game.
Coming here in the fourth.
And that's exactly what he needed to do. That was just a good piece of hitting. And we haven't really seen that from the Cropdusters tonight, so you can afford to gamble. Throw one down the middle. They've showed, you know, they don't have any problem scoring multiple runs in an inning, so they can come right back and get that run if they want. From the pitcher, I keep dealing like that.
So it's Thatcher Kozil now at the plate. He grounded out to short. Back in the third. So there's the third out of the inning, but not before the Cropdusters put one on the board. 10-1 here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back with more here on NCN.
No matter what your age, skill level, or position, your baseball season begins at the Strike Zone. Featuring state-of-the-art batting cages, group and private instruction, the Strike Zone provides athletes all the training and equipment you need to get your game to the next level. Give the gift of development to your baseball or softball player. Purchase your Strike Zone gift cards today. Baseball never ends at the Strike Zone.
And welcome back to Seymour Smith Park. Andy Klassen here along with Connor Kavalak of the Nebraska Brewing Company. How you doing tonight, Connor?
Oh, I'm just excited to be here. It's been a great game so far.
Well, perfect timing because we're going to bring on the Nebraska Brewing Company trivia spot here. And by the way, thanks again for sponsoring the Corn Belt League here on News Channel Nebraska. Born in Norfolk, Nebraska, his Creighton Prep pitcher went on to play for the San Francisco Giants. In his 2005 rookie season, he appeared in 45 games with an ERA of 2.56. Pretty good. You have your choice there. Tony Watson, Scott Munter, Brian Dunsing.
Oh, this
Creighton Prep now. I know you know those guys.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Well, you can chew on that. We can go back to it, but you have a multiple choice here, so.
Absolutely. I appreciate giving me the softball right away.
Couple of Huskers there. Now you know you're an alum. So we get back into action here. Max Childress, your pitcher for the Cropdusters. Nice job getting the ground ball. One pitch, one out. Can't get much of better of a start than that.
Absolutely. And you can see the fielding improving a little bit out there.
Yeah. And, you know, kind of talking Huskers, Husker baseball. Someone that's come back into the fold here. Rod Childress, pitching coach, an analyst now for the Huskers. That's his son out there on the mound, Max Childress.
And he's got a great ball.
Really does. A lot of movement, a little bit of a sidearm to it.
Absolutely. An unfortunate start to that last inning, but it doesn't seem to have rattled him.
Settled down. I think it's going to be key for him to just keep it low, keep forcing those ground balls.
Absolutely.
Right there. So what have been your impressions of the Corn Belt League thus far? You haven't been out to too many, but I know you've been following on Twitter, been following on News Channel Nebraska.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one of the most fun leagues I get to watch, honestly. I mean, you get to see these young guys come out and develop, and you can see throughout the league, you can see that improvement happening. And I think that's probably the most fun part about it.
And I really like the competitive nature because these guys they're playing summer ball to get better, to improve their skills, and you can see it night in and night out that they all want to win, they all want to show out. So it sets the table for a really fun broadcast for us.
Yeah, I'm excited. The tournament's next week, right?
Yes.
Very excited to follow along with that.
And that was just a good take there by Gabe Bartek out of Bellamari University. getting a walk. You saw a couple of funky pitches there from Childress.
Yeah, a couple.
Really lowered his angle there with that right arm. Got away from out of the zone. It's going to bring up Ethan Neeson out of Allen County Community College. Fouls the first one off, and I feel like this is going to bode well for Childress. You got to get ahead in the count.
Absolutely.
Help yourself out as he goes now from the stretch. And there you see it again where he really lowers that arm.
Yeah.
Just not accustomed to seeing that.
Yeah, that's certainly something.
Certainly something. And then he almost felt like you could see what he wanted to do there. He wanted to change his cadence, change the timing up.
And he brought that arm up a little bit higher.
Yes, traditional over-the-shoulder throw, but I feel like he hurried himself so much. It was way out of the zone.
A little bit hard to control.
Well, that was a nice get-back pitch.
Yeah, fighting back.
Yep. And Neeson did a good job fighting that one off. Finds himself down on the count now, 2-2. And you can just tell how this is a game of momentum, and man, have the breaks really fallen the way of the Red Raiders. Not taking anything away from them as we have a shot to center here. Look out. And that's a nice play. Real nice play. Yeah, that was Horner out there doing a good job tracking the ball, keeping his eyes on it the entire time.
You talk about momentum, and we saw, even with a tough 10-0 staring them in the face, the Blue Dogs are not giving up. I mean, they're still out there ready to compete, and I really admire that.
Yeah, no quit here in the Cropdusters, even though they're in a tough spot. Real solid play from third base. The backhand across the infield. All right, let's go back to the trivia question. Bring it back up here for you. Fire away, Connor. What are you going to come up with here?
I think I got to settle on Scott Munter.
Scott Munter, that's your final answer?
That is.
All right, let's see it before we head to break here. I believe you're correct.
There we
Scott
go.
Munter is the correct answer.
There we
Congratulations, Connor. You're batting 1,000. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here on News Channel Nebraska.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech Program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech Program and become part of the Landmark difference.
Summer heat got you down? Just crank the AC in a new vehicle from Tom Dinsdale CDJR. During the Make This the Summer event, buy a 2022 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram through our start-to-finish online buying process. Click the blue Purchase Now button on any new vehicle on our site and complete your purchase wherever you are. Lock in a great incentive with sold order protection. If a better incentive comes along, you're free to take it at Tom Dinsdale CDJR. TomDinsdaleCDJR.com.
Ten to 1. Red Raiders leading the Cropdusters, but they did what they needed to do, Andy, in that half inning. They are avoid, at least for this fifth inning, being 10-run ruled.
Right, and we talked about it with Connor that past half inning. There's a lot of things that go into momentum, building momentum throughout a baseball game, and the breaks really have fallen for the Red Raiders. And I feel like they've also left a couple runs out there, with their base running, getting caught in a pickle here and there. But just those type of breaks haven't been there for the Cropdusters whatsoever. And this game just got a little out of hand earlier, throughout.
Leading off for the Cropdusters, the third baseman from Heston College, number 14, Javon Suarez.
So a new pitcher here for the Red Raiders facing off against Suarez.
Might be Eli Feakin. Nice job delivering one on the outside portion of the plate.
So it's Tony Donahoe on the mound for the Red Raiders.
Oh, and he just missed. He really wanted that one. It's a little too far, a little too wide. Now Suarez takes a lap around the home plate there. He might have thought it was in there for strike 3 as well.
And Donahoe sits Suarez down.
And Donahoe never got away from working that outside portion of the plate. Has a little bit of a sidearm action to it, and it shows just a natural movement from left to right away from those right-sided hitters.
Cropdusters back to the top of the order. Got their first hit of the game back in the first thanks to Caleb Homer. Broke up Curtis Flint's no-hitter through 4. And they also got a run in the bottom of the 4th to keep this one going for the time being. Big swing there by Tilton.
That's a tough pitch to hit. A little bit of a sinker. Going down below the knees, cutting inside on the hitter's hands.
That was very close to hitting the chalk.
Those are those breaks I'm talking about. That'd have been an easy double for Tilton. Did a nice job getting around on that inside pitch. Just foul.
And then gets him on the breaking ball. 2 strikeouts in a row here for Donahoe.
Yeah, Tilton way out in front of that one. That was also elevated, so your eyes got real big, healthy swing there. Just the change in velocity. That's a crafty pitch right there.
And nice rope there by Cade Owens.
Yeah, Owens, young man, plays his ball at Southeast Community College, doing a good job sitting on that opening fastball. He got exactly what he wanted, drove it right back up the middle of the field. It's one of the better hit balls from the Cropdusters today.
And Thatcher Kozil back up. He's struck out looking both times he's been at the plate thus far.
I don't know if the static mic picked it up. The little help for the umpires there from Cropdusters, about 4 or 5 guys saying, got him out at first.
Umpires are always looking for help from an outside source. Tell you what.
Yeah, especially from the dugout.
Well, 0-1 here. 10-1 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
Heads up, real nice heads up running there from Cade Owens. Realizing the ball was bobbled, catcher wasn't sure where the ball was. It was behind him, was it under him? Took advantage, scooted over to second base.
Two-one here to Kozil.
Real good delivery. Exactly where you wanted it in that spot. 1-2 comes back right with a pitch. low over the plate. Got him swinging.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And he sits Kozil down. So Donahoe striking out 3 in his first inning here tonight. It's 10-1 as we head to the 6th here on NCN.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
You have a business, and you are doing everything to make it run just right. But wouldn't it be great if you could talk to someone with good business advice? Someone with practice and perspective, experience. That is us. We are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank.
Welcome back to Seymour Smith, 10-1. Red Raiders leading the Cropdusters. Here on News Channel Nebraska, Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. Dalton Nelson will lead things off here for the Red Raiders.
Former Millard North Mustang looking to get that run back. Aggressive hitter at the plate right now. And wasting no time. Churning on one, sending it foul down the line.
You have Max Childress on the mound. Good off speed there.
Real nice comeback pitch. Now he's way ahead in the count. This is where he can throw some of those, I don't know, junk balls. You know, he's got a lot of different pitches in his arsenal.
And he sits Nelson down.
And he uses that full sidewinder, really dropped the angle where he delivered that pitch from.
Arrow Wallen at the plate. He walked, and with the walk, brought in a run. Last inning.
Yeah, did a really good job being patient, getting that RBI through the walk. But here we have Childress getting ahead of a couple batters here. And that first pitch, it had some movement on it. It looked like it was going to be way inside. Cut in for that opening strike. Now he's ahead 0-2.
Fouled back again.
And you can just see it when Childress gets ahead in the count. That's when he's comfortable really throwing that sidearm, kind of getting funky with it up on the mound.
Thought the exact same things happened the past 3 pitches. Pitch in, foul straight back by Wallen. Good little duel here.
Yeah, give Wallen credit. He's hanging in there.
It'll take a time.
And we've seen Childress use that both ways with the timing. He'll quick pitch you, or he'll just take a long amount of time. Umpire. Wow. Wow.
And Wallen goes down.
Sidearm, I don't know what kind of a breaking ball look to it. Definitely changed speeds.
So now Vermeer at the plate. He is 3 for 3 today. And he had that shot that brought in that bases clearing, but ended up being a triple. There was an error in the outfield that allowed him to advance, but bases were loaded and he cleared the base path.
Yeah, quite a
with his
shot.
hit.
Really opened this one up.
As a part of that 5-run 4th inning. And he puts that one on a rope.
Wow.
And he's going to have extra bases. They hold him up at second. But 4 for 4 here for Ryan Vermeer.
And he's hitting for power as well. Look at this one. Elevates it. Keeps the ball in play for the stand-up double. It's a pretty good day at the plate where you have a couple stand-up doubles, you know, on the card.
Now Triggs at the plate.
He's done that a couple times now. Childress just kind of floats that ball in there from left to right. A lot of movement on.
And a nice throw across the diamond to get the out. So no runs for the Red Raiders. Here in the top of the 6th, we head to the bottom of the inning on News Channel Nebraska.
At Midway Chrysler in Kearney, buy a new Ram 1500 Bighorn with 0% APR financing plus $1,000 retail bonus cash during the Make This the Summer event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
I think our customer service is second to none. We take care of everyone that walks through that door. We're here to help. We'll get to know you and we'll care about you.
I love helping people toward better health.
I think what makes USAVE unique is that we're small enough and we're locally owned. We know most of our customers. They're our neighbors and friends, so it's really rewarding to get to work with them and make them feel better.
Trust your local USAVE pharmacy, part of the Health Mart family of pharmacies.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Bottom of the 6th here on News Channel Nebraska, 10-1. Red Raiders rolling here at Seymour Smith.
Yeah, they brought the lumber, didn't they? 12 hits, equaling 10 runs, 0 errors, so they're helping themselves on the defensive side. And they've had some really solid pitching as well. You got to like what starter Curtis Flint gave you to open this one up here, to open this game up for the Red Raiders.
Pinch hitter here, Easton Barnes at the plate for the Cropdusters. And catch made by Nelson.
Got under it, popped it up though. A little too far under it. And you gotta love that if you're a pitcher, you know. 1 pitch, 1 out. Man, we've seen that a couple times now. Donahoe doing a good job, giving him a difficult pitch to hit there.
Now Dalton Kozil. Grounded out in the 2nd, flew out to short in the 4th. Looking for his first hit tonight.
Yeah, it's just really been tough sledding for the Cropdusters at the plate tonight. Not a lot of offense, not a lot of good contact hits at the plate. Really up and down the lineup.
It's that one by Kozil. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Almost a quick pitch. Look to it there. The high heat. Gets it by Kozil.
So Donahoe came back, or entered rather, in the 5th inning. All 3 outs were strikeouts. So he's offering something out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he really is.
This one fouled out of play.
And it's such a different look from the starting pitcher, Curtis Flint. You know, he's that tall left-hander, throws from the stretch the entire time. Now you get a big-bodied right-hander. That high leg kick, completely different look.
Full count here. Put in play, and Donahoe trying to cover but was unable to hold on to the ball.
The first baseman made a really nice play, and he did the correct thing here. He threw it to first base. He didn't throw it to the pitcher. He threw it to where he was going to be, tried to lead him. Just kind of a difficult play. Tough spot.
Dakota Hogan now at the plate. Struck out in the 2nd, drew a walk in the 4th.
The breaking ball, the changeup there kind of hung up on him. And now Hogan finds himself in a really good hitter's count. 2-0.
Catches the outside corner there.
And that's a way to get back in the count. Work that outside corner.
It's a well hit ball to left. 2 hops to the fence. And you have Kozil coming all the way around from first to score.
Kozil showing you the wheels. Gets in there standing up on a fine piece of hitting from Dakota Hogan, driving that ball deep, deep into left field. As you mentioned, 2 bounces to the wall for the stand-up double. And there we see some offense being generated here late by the Cropdusters.
And credit the Cropdusters as well for not hanging up the towel after going down 10, getting a run back in the 4th to stay alive, and now another one here in the 6th.
Right, fighting back, staying in it. You know, Connor made the point from the Nebraska Brewing Company. There was no quit shown by the Cropdusters, even though they're having a tough time. You know, a couple of errors, tough time at the plate, you know, when they're on offense. But they kept chugging along, and here we go.
This time, Donahoe's able to cover successfully.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Baratek by leading him once again, but he took a little bit off it. It wasn't such a bang-bang play. He was able to just kind of toss it there and lead his pitcher, Donahoe, to first base. Well execution on the defensive side there for the Red Raiders.
So now Thatcher Kozil. And that one will bring another run across.
I tell you what, it just kind of feels like the Cropdusters just kind of slapping at it right now. And hey, it's working. They're punching a couple through the infield here, working some runners around, manufacturing some runs. 10-3. Stranger things, right?
Well, they have this inning and the next.
Yeah, they got 4 outs to work with.
Yeah. And you have Jovan Suarez now batting.
Red Raider crowd was looking for that opening strike. Didn't get it.
Off speed, fooling Suarez there.
I really like the location, Brandon, of that off-speed pitch as it's working away. Once again, low and outside, very difficult to handle as a batter. Quick move there for Donahoe. He kicks his back right foot off the mound and then simultaneously kind of spins and sidearms it. Quick move.
Well, 2-1. 2 down here, bottom of the 6th. Cropdusters seeing if they can put a few more on the board here.
Ooh. Got the inside call. Suarez didn't like it. Now he's got to protect Brandon. 2-2-2. This is a pitcher's count. As a batter, you got to fight it off. If it's anywhere close here.
Nice throw by Arawal, and still though the Cropdusters add to their score, they get 2 more across. It's 10-3 here on News Channel Nebraska as we head to the 7th.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Seventh inning coming your way. Thursday night Corn Belt League baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen. Red Raiders at the plate. Ira Lee leading it off. That is a high ball.
Where's it at? No one knows.
They got lost, and Lee ends up on second.
And right away, the Lincoln Southwest former Silverhawk gets a stand-up double, which should have been a routine fly ball. I thought it was a little deeper. The shortstop was calling for it, appeared to be calling for it. He was calling for help. And he didn't have much movement with the outfielders behind him. That just got lost right away. Tough way to open the inning, especially if you're Childress. You get the pop-up, and there's a guy on second base.
Well, now it's back to the top of the order for the Red Raiders, also Ty Beasley. now batting. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Okay, we've been talking about it, Andy, but we're winding down this Corn Belt League season. And here's one right back to Childress. Makes the play at first.
Really like how Childress looked back the runner. He wasn't in a hurry, fielded it cleanly, looked back to second, threw it to first for the easy out. That was perfectly played defensively there from Childress.
We get through this week, a couple of games next week, and then that end of season tournament begins. We'll be here Sunday, 6:55 live, 7 o'clock first pitch for the tournament championship. The Filth Ballers, the 2-time defending tournament champs.
Boy, and they're on a roll. Really have been the entire season. Wrapped up the regular season championship a little early as they're kind of extending their lead out in first place right now. So we got a shot. They're having trouble locating the ball right now, Brandon.
And so that one rolls to the fence. That was a shot by Bretetic. And Lee comes across to score.
I just think the defense is having a tough time. It's dusk right now, you know, so it's a little tricky, but I don't think anyone saw this off the bat either. Left fielder calling for help. Ball elevates, falls behind him, bounces to the wall. I mean, that's just, those are some tough breaks.
Well, and Neeson hits it up.
Oh, no.
There it got tracked late. So center fielder makes a catch. That was Owens. To his credit, he didn't know where it was, and then he found it.
He did a heck of a job just working his eyes back and forth. You could see him trying to locate, finally did, and was able to make the play late, but I think everybody was holding their breath there. That was good for the second out.
Now Schramm at the plate. We're talking about the standings, though. You have the Filth Ballers at 21-4. Black Sox at 15-8. I believe that has them, for sure the Filth Ballers have the top seed locked up. Black Sox the number 2 seed in that tournament. Then you have a lot in the middle between the Haymakers, Rail Riders, and Bombers. 12-10, 12-10, 13-12. So they're kind of the middle of the pack. Then the Royal Blue Dogs, Cropdusters, and Red Raiders more of the bottom tier in terms of record at 8-14, 7-17, and 4-17.
And we recently had the Bombers on. They pulled off the victory, and they kind of struggled from that point, but they picked up the victory earlier today. So they got a little bit of mojo heading into the tournament, and it's single elimination, so anything can happen. So I know your Filth Ballers are your odds-on favorite as they kind of got out to a hot start and was able to kind of blow through the regular season, but anything can happen in that one game and you're done type of scenario.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the off speed.
Nice pitch.
Gets Schramm swinging, so it's 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th here on NCN.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you ensure what matters most.
Hager City Insurance.
Final half inning here at Seymour Smith. Assuming there's not 7, no rather 8, if I do my math, 8 runs scored by the Cropdusters, which you never know.
You never know.
Cropdusters, certainly the odds are not in their favor here, but that's why you play the game. You have Tilton leading things off for the Cropdusters here in the bottom of the 7th.
You know, I think it's one of the beautiful things about baseball, you know, where it's football or basketball, you got that clock. So you can get the lead and you can kind of milk it away and work it. In baseball, you don't have that. You have to earn those outs. And that's what's standing between the Red Raiders and a victory here tonight. They still got to earn it. They got to get each and every single of those outs recorded here in the bottom of the 7th.
So Donahoe pitching very well in relief for the Red Raiders.
Boy, dropped that one in there, out of the zone. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count. That was close. Kind of surprised. Tilton left the bat on the shoulder there. 2 strikes, you got to protect.
Well, he does there.
Yeah, but to your point, in relief, Donahoe's had great command. He's mixed up his pitches well. He's forcing these batters. Get the bat off the shoulder. You saw it right there. Tilton had to fight another one off.
So that's fading away from center, and catch is actually made by the left fielder, Nelson.
Good communication there between Nelson and his center fielder, calling him off the last second. And he did, had the better angle on it, had the tracking it the entire time.
Owens now at the plate, who is 1 for 3 tonight.
Oh, good job taking that first pitch. You saw he wanted it, thought better of it once he realized how high it was up off the plate. And this is part of what has made Donahoe so effective. He is hammering that strike zone. He's really putting a lot of pressure, especially early in the count, on these hitters.
Just a little low there. Not far away.
And you have a, now it's a 3-1, so he's going to have to bring it here. That one got away.
So Owens, he'll take his base.
That's a pretty good at bat there for Cade Owens. Batting out of the 2-hole. I think that first pitch set that entire table there for Owens to really be patient, where he took that first one, didn't swing. He wanted to. It was right down the middle, but it was high. Did a nice job laying off of that. Stayed ahead in the count the entire way.
Thatcher Kozil at the plate. He's 0 for 3, struck out every time thus far, and he is due, you would say.
No doubt, especially if you're a Cropduster fan. That's what you're saying to yourself. And I like this time taken here by Ryan Vermeer, the catcher, who's been swinging a hot bat tonight as well, going 4 for 4. But it just kind of felt like he and Donahoe weren't on the same page that last at bat. Settle things down here, double play balls in. Let's get that ground ball. Let's figure out the calls. Let's get back on the same page.
And bag is stolen by Owens, who got a good jump.
And it almost looked like that was a pitch out, because that was a high fastball, and it was exactly where Vermeer needed it to be for a quick exchange and throw down to second. But you made a great point there. Owens had an excellent jump.
That one fouled straight back.
Here you go. This is a real nice opportunity here for Kozil. Your number 3 hitter, and this is the type of spot you want to be in. Runner at second. And you're ahead in the count. There's some good patience being shown late here by the Cropdusters. Not chasing anything out of the zone.
And that is fair. And he is wheeling around second. Kozil.
Look out.
He's going to go all the way home.
There you go.
And in the park homer there for Thatcher Kozil.
Why not? That's the way I'm going to score it. Yep, that's how I'm going to score it, because the throw is going into third. He beat the throw to third right on the line. Great call by the home plate umpire, tracking that ball. And wow, talk about some wheels. Kozil, a couple RBIs, himself included.
Yeah, close on is it an error on the throw or not, but we're giving it to him. Give him the home run.
And I like this timeout being taken by head coach Jacob Wilson for the Red Raiders. Like, come on, guys. Let's get out of this. We got that first out. We got that. The toughest out is the first one. We've already taken care of business in that department. Let's just start over here. No runners, no nothing. Bear down. Get out of here with a victory. But I don't know, Brandon. It seems like when we're on the call, things seem to tighten up.
I don't know what that means, but I think it's a good thing. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
why not?
Keeps people in the seats, right?
It's all just a 6-run game now. This one put in play.
Tough spot.
Gets through.
And Easton Barnes doing a good job sitting on a pitch, getting the pitch he was looking for, and driving it through that left side. Only his second at bat of the night, doing a good job getting himself on board. And the rally continues here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's now Trayton Kozil.
And I just feel like that's what Donahoe needs to get back to. Just throw strikes. You got plenty of runs to work with here, plenty of support. Ouch. Young man out of Waverly stood in there and took one for the team.
That's Dakota Hogan.
And you just feel a different energy from the, from the Cropdusters dugout. A little bit more chatter going on, a little bit more activity. To the point you made earlier, there's no quit, there's no give up.
Just one down here in the bottom of the 7th. Cropdusters needing 6 more at least to keep this one going, 7 to win.
Still a tall order, no doubt. Just a little low, but give old Blue, the umpire, credit. He hasn't been given that low strike to anyone all night long. Do you give Dakota Hogan the green light here? Had a heck of an at-bat, really drove the ball. No, he's going to take one, and good take at that.
Well, another meeting at the mound here.
That's head coach Wilson, Jacob Wilson. Yep, I think we're going to see another relief pitcher here.
Well, we'll take a break. Red Raiders 11, Cropdusters 5 here on News Channel Nebraska.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the nonstop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Furniture buyers, the limited time $3 million factory direct furniture and mattress sell-off is on at Ashley Home Stores, Central Nebraska. Hurry in and find tons of furniture and mattresses at one-time drastic price cuts. Don't wait. It's all price to sell. Now at Ashley Home Stores of Central Nebraska.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group ordering for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraskan.
11-5 here at Seymour Smith. The Cropdusters trying to mount an improbable comeback here. And we got bases loaded, one down.
Something to be said for the grit being shown right now by the expansion team, new team to the league, the Cropdusters.
So you now have Jacob Ayberg on the mound for the Red Raiders. Ayberg has 7 1/3 innings pitched, 3.8 ERA.
You got to believe head coach Wilson was just telling the young man, throw strikes. We got enough of a lead here. Force it on the batters to put the ball in play. Let your defense help you. Get out of here with the save. Get out of here with the victory.
Ayberg from Cloud County Community College. You have Homer at the mound, or excuse me, at the plate, batting for the Cropdusters.
Caleb Horner, another one of those powerful guys at the plate. Oh, no. What is going on?
Not really. Well, miscommunication there. You had Ayberg field it. The catcher was chasing it. Now we have...
Okay, Vermeer's saying it was a foul ball. The umpire's going to talk it over here.
See if we can tell.
But that's also where Vermeer has to be aware of what's going on. He had to stay at home plate, not chase the ball down the line. As he had Ayberg field it in fair territory. This is going to be an interesting call right here from the umpire.
Unless, is he saying it, did it bounce off the plate? I didn't see that, but it was definitely foul in terms of where it was fielded, or fair from how it was fielded.
Odd looking chopper. I think the call stands. Vermeer's a little frustrated.
Chalk up another one for the Cropdusters.
And if they could scoot across one more here, the tying run would come to the plate. Wow.
Well, you have a pinch hitter as well for the Cropdusters. It's Nathan Wickham.
And Wickham doing a good job, taking a couple pitches, getting ahead here, 2-0.
That one's going to go out of play just barely.
Yeah, and I know I keep going back to the double play ball, but that's what Ayberg's got to be thinking here. Get a grounder, have him punch it to your shortstop or second baseman, get out of here.
Well, Wickham is a player batting .350 on this season for the Cropdusters. He has the best average on the team. Also leads in, or is rather third in the RBI department, but not a bad guy to bring in at this moment.
You're exactly
Bases loaded.
right.
And he draws a walk.
And that was a really good piece of hitting there, and at bat. Not forcing the issue. He fouled one off, but didn't even think about chasing that one low and outside. And he's going to get a courtesy running here, so you're going to get some speed. And Caleb Copeland over there on first base. And this is just about unbelievable that the Cropdusters were able to get the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the seventh.
And Suarez, he's looking for his first hit tonight.
And there's still only one out. So, I mean, now the old Cropdusters, they got a puncher's chance. You know, it took a while, Brandon, but we got some drama now.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Thursday Night Baseball on News Channel Nebraska. Red Raiders 11, Cropdusters 7. Are they going to be able to bring 8 runs across this inning? As you mentioned, tying run at the plate.
Yeah, and Suarez gets ahead in the count. That hasn't been the case for him, you know, throughout this night. His appearances to the plate, this is a really nice spot for him. Takes another one, works it to 3-1. This is where you want to be as a batter. Bases juiced, 3-1 count.
Catches the bottom part of the zone. Full count.
Really good comeback pitch there for Jacob Ayberg. Oh!
And the double play will get the Red Raiders out of it. Drama in the 7th, but they survive. Your final score, 11-7. As the Red Raiders improve to 5-17. Cropdusters drop to 7-18.
Tip of the cap to the Cropdusters hanging in there, making a game of it, but I've said it all season long, the double play is a pitcher's best friend. Excellent execution to get out of this one. Red Raiders on top.
Stay with us. Our post-game coming up next here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll wrap this one up.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't, but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
It's that time of year when the air is at its freshest, the green is on the landscape, and the great outdoors is all around us. With so much beauty in our area, such as Lewis and Clark Lake, there are plenty of reasons to make moments enjoying the sun and a few nights beneath the stars. On your way to your outdoor adventure, stop at Shop EZ south of Yankton and get all the snacks and drinks you'll need. Outdoor Adventures, powered locally by Cenex.
Welcome back here to Seymour Smith, wrapping things up. 11-7 your final. Red Raiders come out on top. Let's take a look at our top plays of the game. Battle of teams in the bottom of the standings, rounding out the regular season. Omaha Red Raiders taking on the Cropdusters in Corn Belt League action on a Thursday night. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and how about that? A pick over gets Jack Tilton thrown out at second. Nice play by Curtis Flint, the pitcher for the Red Raiders. We now head to the top of the second, and that hit goes through. Run comes across. That's Dalton Nelson who scores to get things started on the RBI from Ryan Vermeer. He had a few hits in this one. Now this is what you call an unconventional double play. 1, 4, 5. I believe that's 6, the shortstop, and there's the tag. That got the Red Raiders kind of stunned. Cropdusters get out of the inning, and it's 1-0 here in the top of the third, and look at this throw from the catcher. Unfortunately, it allows the Red Raiders to come across and score again. That time it's Ty Beasley, so it's 2-0, and you have a shot, a triple by Ethan Neeson to deep center, allowing Bratetic to come around and score. So the Red Raiders start rolling. In fact, they'd get a few runs in that third inning. Caleb Schramm, RBI single. Neeson comes around to score. Red Raiders rolling in the third. In fact, they would get 4 in the inning. It's now 6-0 as we head to the fourth. And Ryan Vermeer said his name once, say it again. He had 4 hits in this one, brings home another run, this time on the single. Oh, excuse me, this was his triple. Sliding in there to score is Errol Wallen. So a bases clearing double, and it's 10-0. The Red Raiders look like they may have the 10-run rule in their future, but not so fast. The Cropdusters battle back. Blake Peabody comes around to score off the Caleb Horner single. So it's 10-1, and look at this rip by Dakota Hogan. So the Cropdusters in the bottom of the 6th showing some fight, as that brings Thatcher Kozil around to score. Thatcher Poteet now at the plate, and he brings his buddy Hogan around. So the Cropdusters get 2 in the 6th, make it 10-3. Now we head to the bottom of the 7th. Red Raiders leading by 8. There's no chance the Cropdusters could come back, right? Well, how about that hit? Brings Kate Owens around, and it ends up being, we gave him an in-the-park home run. It was Thatcher Kozil with the hit down the line. He comes around to score on that, maybe a throwing error to third, but there's 2 runs for the Cropdusters. And they are making this one a ball game. Bases were loaded here, and a little miscommunication between pitcher Jacob Ayberg and catcher Ryan Vermeer, so another run comes across. It's 11-6. You walk a run in, make it 11-7. And you have the tying run at the plate for the Cropdusters, but the Red Raiders get out of the jam with the double play to close things out. So your final score, 11-7, as the Red Raiders improve to 5-17, Cropdusters drop to 7-18. Well, Andy Klassen is standing by with head coach Jacob Wilson. We're going to head to him for our coach's post-game interview, courtesy of Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
But they're able to run to the plate in the bottom of 7. What was going through your mind there?
There was a lot going through my head at that moment, because like I tell the guys, start off early, go right at them, no free bags. And once the free bags started and they started to hit the ball, that's when I started getting a little nervous. But I kept the same mentality, because they got to hit us to beat us. And right now they were hitting the ball, but we have defense that are ready to play, and that's why I hope for them. We ended it with a good double play.
And let's talk about some of that pitching. Your starters, some of the relief pitchers, I thought they were on point, delivering a lot of strikes, especially early in the count.
Yeah, you got to go right after them from the start. You cannot hold off. I tell them, whenever I go to do mound visits or anything, I'm always stop dancing around it, all right? Just go right after these guys. Give them something to swing at. Because most of the times your outs aren't going to come from strikeouts. They're going to come from them putting the ball in play. And that's what we did today.
Now, your team, might not have had the season you've been looking for. Ball hasn't always been bouncing your way. Tonight, you did have some breaks. Made it sweat, though, but, I think this gives you guys some victory heading into the tournament. What did you see from you guys tonight, being able to hold on and pull off the victory?
I think the first thing I saw today was how we probably should be playing. How we started the game, we were early with our bats, we started aggressive, and that's how we should have been early on, and I hope that continues throughout. It did die off a little bit, but they were going down swinging. I don't want anyone going down looking, and we just got to keep that mentality to be aggressive, be early, and get these pitchers out through those first few innings. But right now, the main thing to me is we played stellar defense, only 2 errors, which were kind of tough plays on that point. But outside of that, with our pitcher, I've been working with him to get control. He's had really good outings lately, so I'm very pleased about that. And he's going right after batters. And if we keep that formula, that's going to win us ball games, and it did today.
And does a performance like today's kind of give you guys confidence heading into that single elimination tournament where anything can happen?
Oh, there's a lot of confidence in that. When you win a game this close and you win a game by battling this hard, that does put a lot of confidence, because if we can go up to a team with strong bats, then anything can happen. And it's baseball. Just a statistical mess. That's all it is.
And what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Ryan Vermeer, your catcher, but he also got it done at the plate, 4 for 4, a couple stand-up doubles.
I've been waiting for this kid's bat to get hot. He has a good swing, and I've just been waiting for that moment. He's put some to the pull side today, finally barreled some, finally getting it going. He has a good swing, and I love that he was able to do it today. But more so outside that, he was working his butt off behind the dish. And he saved just as many runs as he brought in. To have a catcher work, and I believe no wild pitch scores, that's a big deal to me. So this kid works hard. He's a smart kid, and I'm really glad to have him go have a hot bat today.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Ryan Vermeer. What does it mean to you to hear that type of praise from your head coach? Not only getting it done, as a batter, but also what you've been able to do behind the plate as a catcher.
Yeah, it feels great. To have a coach's confidence means the world as a player at any level in any sport. But it's as important for my pitchers to have trust in me when I'm behind the plate, and if I can provide a little offense while doing it, that's just great. I've been waiting for some hits. Felt like the timing was a little off, but I think I found it tonight.
I would say so. 5 RBIs, 4 for 4, a couple stand-up doubles. What was your approach tonight? Because obviously it was working. What were you seeing?
I was just trying to wait for something elevated. Early in the count, it seemed like they weren't willing to come into the zone with pitches. When I got that fastball, I wanted to be ready for it so I could put my best swing on it and be on time. I found a couple barrels and good things happen when you find the barrel.
And now getting back to the defensive side of things, because I think that's fascinating. There's a few times where you just stopped the game, called timeout, and went and talked to your pitcher. It looked like things were getting off track. What were you saying to her? What are the type of conversations you have when you call a timeout like that?
In this game, we had a big lead. The only way they can beat us is if they string together hits. If you don't give them free bases, it's going to be really hard to mount a comeback. So I was just going out there telling them, there's nothing hurt by giving up a base hit here. Just pound the zone, make them beat you, and we got a good defense behind those guys up on the hill.
And you just heard Coach Wilson talk a moment ago saying that this should give you guys a lot of confidence heading into that tournament play. What do you think this kind of does for your team as far as maybe gaining some confidence as the season winds down?
Yeah, we have a really talented team. We haven't been able to put it all together quite yet, and it's good to see all those pieces kind of come together for a game right before the tournament, give us some confidence. We had the pitchers throwing strikes, getting outs. It was a good defensive game, and the bats were hot. So it's good to see all that right before a single elimination tournament. We're gonna have to bring our A game.
No doubt about it. Ryan, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thanks, Andy, and congratulations again to Ryan Vermeer. 5 RBI on a 4-for-4 performance by the young man, and more importantly for the Red Raiders, they get the victory 11-7. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight. As always, special thanks to our terrific camera crew, for Tyler Lechner in the truck, as well as Tyler Bersofsky. For Andy Klassen, I am Brandon Axmit. Reminder that we will be back here not next Thursday, but next Sunday for the Corn Belt League Tournament Championship. Same time, though, 6:55 live, 7 p.m. first pitch. So we'll be there. We're looking forward to covering it and hope you'll tune in as well next Sunday for the final. We'll see you then.